Hey guys, it's Karina here. How you going? Just wanted to take this opportunity to jump on and just briefly discuss the filters that we choose to view our life through and how this can really shape the way that we show up in our relationships, particularly with our children and our partners and, those people that are closest to us. So filters are those things similar to glasses, for example. If you put a pair of sunglasses on that are a bit smeared, they've got scratches on them, it's gonna really detract from your view out of those sunglasses. Or if you have another pair of glasses that you pop on that are, fairly new, they've got no scratches on them, they've just been cleaned, the view that you have from those sunglasses is going to be pretty optimal. And that's going to change the way that you think about, the view that you're seeing in front of you. The glasses with the scratches on might be really irritating. You might sort of feel like you have to move them to adjust if that scratch is right in the eye line. Whereas the other ones, you just kind of put them on and, you're quite accepting. It's like, yeah, wow, this is awesome. It's just like there's nothing even there, and you feel really, really good about it. It's the same sort of thing with, like I said, the relationships with particularly our kids. So sometimes we have unconscious beliefs that, our children's behaviour our children's bad behaviour is a sign of disrespect. So if we're actually looking at our kids through those glasses, it's like looking through the ones with scratches and smears on them. That every time our child behaves badly or inappropriately or, not to our liking, then we judge it as being disrespectful. I want to invite you today to just maybe take those glasses off and pop on a really nice new pair. Imagine that you've got a really nice brand spanking new pair of sunnies. They're nice and clean. They haven't got a scratch on them. No one's worn them before you, and you pop them on. And just pretending that when you look through those glasses, you actually can now see that when your child does act unfavorably, it's actually a sign that there's something going on underneath that behaviour, that it's actually a cry for help. It's actually them putting their hand up and saying, you know what, I haven't actually got the skills to get myself through this situation and I need some help here. And that then automatically just changes the way that we can begin to connect with that child. So if we know that they're just simply trying to communicate with us, and sure, it might not be an ideal way, but in fact, they're trying to do that in a way that only they know how at this stage of their development, then we look upon it a little bit more as an opportunity to connect, and more than that, an opportunity to teach and to mentor and to guide. I think when we go ahead and, for example, just simply tell the child that's not how, we do things. We say we don't want them to do it that way, and then we maybe punish them. We put them in the naughty corner, or we say, I'm going to take your iPad away from you, or whatever else. It just simply means that in that moment, that child feels incredibly misunderstood. They feel like that all of their emotions, all of those big emotions are still whizzing around in their body like a washing machine that they actually don't know how to turn off. And they haven't actually learnt anything. All that's happened is they've actually been punished for doing the wrong thing. So if you can actually just choose each day to pop those glasses on, those brand spanking new glasses, and look at your children in a way that enables you to move forward, to empathise and to connect, and to realise that there's always something behind their behaviour. Whether that's the first time they've done it, whether it's the third time they've done it, or whether it's the 15th time they've done it. There's an unmet need there. There's something they're trying to share with you. And so I encourage you to you know, to go within and to really just step into their shoes in those instances as well, and just think, if I was 3, if I was 5, if I was 14 and filled with hormones, what would I actually need? Would I actually need someone who's going to berate me, who's going to yell at me, who's going to criticize me, who's going to, you know, tell me to get over it and move on and harden up, sort my shit out? Or would I actually need someone who's going to be there, who's going to move towards me, who's going to say something like, gee, I can see this is really tough for you. I'll be here while you move through this. Or let me, you know, when the emotions died down, let me show you what we actually do here in this family. Or let me teach you, let me guide you. This is what we actually do in the family, or this is how we do this particular thing. You know, I know that we would all prefer that sort of thing, that sort of kindness and that sort of compassion and that kind of empathy. We can absolutely have guidelines. We don't need to be giving in to their every whim. However, supporting them when their emotions are high and looking at this process through these particular filters is going to breed connection, it's going to breed trust, and it's going to really nourish the relationship that you share. And it's going to make you feel a whole lot more proud of your parenting. You know, that's what we all want, don't we, as parents? We want to step away from situations having not lost our shit as much. You know, being proud of the way that we've responded, and knowing that the action that we've taken, the words that we've spoken, our body language has represented us as a beautiful, loving leader of our family. So I hope this has helped, and I trust that you know, you'll be able to easily take off those scratched sunglasses and just choose to pop on ones that are brand spanking new. And I'd love to hear how you go. I'd love to hear what these different filters are doing for you in your family, even with, you know, within yourself and with the relationship with your kids. So leave me a message. Love to hear all about it, and I'll talk to you guys really soon. See ya.